Welcome to the tutorial on market system. You can see in the market system there are some businesses as well as the individuals, and in the market system there will be interactions between the businesses and individuals, and there will be some goods or services, there will be income, spending, payment. So ultimately there will be interactions in the market system to determine the pricing of product or services. In this chapter we are going to learn about the market system. We will get idea how to apply the theory of market system in the real world, as well as you will get idea about the importance of key concepts such as demand, supply, equilibrium, elasticity to business, as well as you will learn about the effect of the changes in the market forces. First of all, we are going to learn about the definition of market system. As you can see, a market system is known as economic system in which the economic decisions are guided by the interactions between the citizens and businesses. In the economic system, the pricing of goods and service depends on the interaction among the citizens and businesses. In the economic system where the decisions will be taken by the decentralized authorities, it may be the citizens or the businesses. So in market system, the resources, the assets are owned by the private individuals, and it is common practice that the decision making is decentralized due to the decentralized interaction. The market system is characterized by the private ownership of the resources. The resources are owned by the private individuals, and in the market system the decision making is decentralized. This market system is the opposite of command economies where the decisions are taken by the central authority, but in case of market system the decision is taken by the decentralized individuals or businesses. It's a common scenario that in the market system there is an invisible hand. As per the Adam Smith, individuals pursuing their own self-interest can promote the well-being of the society as a whole through the market interactions. In the market system there is a invisible hand due to the interactions between the individuals and businesses, and due to these interactions there will be a pricing based on which the product or services will be transferred from one hand to another hand. Now we are going to learn about the importance of market system for the business. As you can see, in the market system the business operate within the markets where there will be some inputs and outputs. The businesses buy the inputs and sell the outputs. Here the inputs normally are factors of production like man, machine, money. So these are the common factors that are considered as the inputs for the business. Ultimately the business provide the output, sell the output. Normally there are two kinds of output. It may be goods or product, and another one is services. So as a business graduate, you must know the market forces, which are known as supply and demand, because this is the very fundamental knowledge to understand the pricing of product or services, to understand the production, to understand the competitive strategy that is taken by the business. So ultimately the pricing, production and strategy depends on the supply and demand of the product or services. In the market system, the resources are allocated and prices are determined due to the interactions between the individuals and businesses. So this market system is one kind of mechanism to ensure the allocation of the resources and to ensure the determination of prices that create the most modern economies. Now we are going to learn about the important factors of market system, which is demand. What is the definition of demand? As you can see, demand indicates the quantity of goods or services that the customers are interested to purchase, and the customers should have the ability to purchase the product or service at a various prices during a specific period. That means there are two elements in the demand. The customers should have the willing, interest, as well as the customers should have the purchase ability. And demand indicates the quantity of goods or service that the customers are interested to purchase and the customers have the ability to purchase. So there is a law of demand. As you can see, whenever there is a increase in price, there will be a decrease in demand. That means there is a opposite relationship. That's why the demand curve is downward sloping, because there is a opposite relation. Whenever there is a increase in price, there will be a decrease in demand. Vice versa means the opposite scenario is that whenever there is a decrease in price, there will be a increase in demand. So this is the law of demand. Now we are going to see the factors that affect the demand. As you already know, there is a opposite relationship between the price and demand. So there are some other factors which affect the demand, as like income. So whenever your income increases, there will be a increased demand for the normal goods. But in case of inferior goods, if there is a increase in your income, the demand for inferior goods will be decreased. As well as the demand of product or service depends on the taste or preferences of the customer. And in the third factor, we can see the demand of the product or services depends on the prices of the related goods. So there are two types of related goods. It can be substitutes product, it can be complementary products. So what is substitute product? Substitute product indicates the product that we use instead of another one. As for example, you can drink coffee instead of tea. If there is a increase in the price of coffee, then the demand of the tea will be increased. That means there is a impact of the substitute product. On the other hand, in case of complementary products, as for example here, the cars and fuel, they are complementary. Whenever you are going to purchase the car, you need to have the fuel. So they are complementary. So the prices of one will affect the demand of other. That means if there is a increase in the price of car, so there will be a decrease of demand for both the products, because due to the increased price for the cars, you will not purchase the car. So whenever you don't have the car, you don't need the fuel. As you can see, the demand also depends on the expectation about the future price of the product or services. If the customer think that the prices of the product will increase in future, there will be increased demand. So future expectation about the price will also create an impact on the demand of a product or service. Lastly, the population size or market size determines the demand. If there is a huge population, there will be a huge demand. If the market size is big, there will be a big demand. So these are the elements which affect the demand besides the prices. So this is the first part of the chapter on market system. In the next part, we will get idea about the other factors related to the market system, which are supply, equilibrium, elasticity. Thank you.